Hi, welcome to Crash Course. Wait, is that illegal? Welcome to Cold Course. Every single year in the month of June, we all know there's a special occasion called Pride Month. Now, we all know the general gist of it, but what we do not know is typically where it was rooted from, which is, in fact, the Rianbow Power movement, which we're going to be talking about today. In 1969, there was a riot where police officers ended up storming into the Stonewall Inn, which ended up creating a lot of riots. These riots included many people, LGBTQ community, standing up and rioting and going all over the United States, and proceeded to create marches and some sort of riots in order to show their understanding of essentially saying that this is not right, as at this time, essentially being gay was illegal. It was not allowed, and it was typically enforced by law enforcement that if you held hands, kissed, or even had suspicious interactions with someone that was suspected to be a part of the LGBTQ plus community, they typically ended up getting either assaulted by police officers or ended up going into jail. So moving on forward 10 years down the line, the early 80s and the late 70s, there was this virus that went around called AIDS and HIV, which obviously at that time many referred to as the gay virus, as many people of the LGBTQ community, such as many gay men, ended up contracting this virus and no one knew how to stop it. The funny thing is about it, though, is that it was actually contracted from a chimpanzee out in Central Africa, where people ended up accidentally getting blood from the chimpanzee onto them, and it thus infected their bloodstream. This obviously caused a lot of stigma around LGBTQ plus community, like the gay people. That led to people thinking, oh, the gay virus, as people typically ended up getting lifetime diseases and in most cases ended up dying. This ended up being false, as later on many heterosexual men ended up also contracting the virus, and many people did not know why. This ended up creating a lot of need for vaccines for the AIDS and HIV viruses. But the only issue is that this was not done until people that were typically deemed as straight ended up contracting the virus and dying. Although there was a lot of stigma and hatred against the LGBTQ plus community, later on Barack Obama ended up passing legislation allowing same-sex couples to get married. This actually in Illinois was effected on June 1st, the first day of Pride Month. Despite the strong stigma around gay marriage, a lot of people ended up becoming embraced and open to the idea of same-sex couples, as in the case of Pride Month, which happens annually every single year in June, as many people deem it to be unfaithful to the church or the Bible. In other cases, people just blatantly find it weird and they find it just simply disgusting. But gay people are here to stay.